I'm currently married. I also have a boyfriend. I'm not sure if my husband still loves me, but I know my boyfriend do.
Okay, so hold on. Latera, what part of the Bible is this in? Yes or no? Do you love your husband?
I do.
Yes or no? Do you love your boyfriend more?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Do he?
But you said you weren't sure that your husband still loves you.
Right.
Why?
Right. I don't feel it. I don't feel like.
Are y'all intimate?
No.
How long has it been?
About 2 years.
Girl.
All right, so we've got another ridiculous tonight's conversation short here. Why am I still reacting to these? I think, it is what it is at the end of the day. I can imagine the audience here, if you see the people.
How long has it been?
About 2 years.
Let's check.
Girl.
See, I can only imagine, this is me assuming here, that there's no way these people in this audience here are actually here to hear constructive, applicable relationship, marriage advice. There's just no way. A lot of this has to be entertainment. But then again, you would be surprised. You'd be surprised, right? We're talking about the same demographic here who lean towards individuals like Derek Jackson, who still has a platform, and a lot of other people who are out here scamming and pimping modern women. And so some of these people are dead serious, right? They're taking down notes. They're writing shit down.
I think you better call.
Maybe he's getting erect with emotions in his relationship. Maybe he has
a hard-on love.
Hard-on love, maybe. Maybe he has stamina for a long conversation.
I think a lot of times when it comes to being married, whether it's for 2 years, 20 years, 30 years, a lot of times we forget that the other side of the grass will always look greener. And a lot of times you can fall in love with the color of that grass and then oversee yours. I'm not sure if that man still loves you or not, but what I will tell you is those rose-colored glasses can be just as blinding as the day you got married. So that new might be just like your husband, but it may take a while to see it.
Honestly, though, before we go further, the issue is that she married. Yeah.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. She's out of pocket.
God damn, no, God.
Leave it up to Trip to give some accountability.
Oh, God. Ain't nobody finna be philosophical about that shit. You out here cheating on your goddamn husband and talking about what you supposed to do. Either take your home or get a goddamn divorce. How you up here asking for advice on how to violate a little more efficiently?
Period.
I know I'm wildin', but help me wild out just a little, I'm trying to tighten it up. Just a little.
Let's read a few comments here. Top comment here says, why do people do this in public? Somebody else responded, back for attention and shock value, and it works. Somebody else here added, imagine the husband finding this out while being loyal because she feeling. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. Somebody else here says, the husband is also getting it somewhere. Somebody else here added, they're cheating on each other. Never encourage adultery. Skip, the only one that held her accountable. What's wrong with the world? So on and so forth. Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers on this, man. I don't see tonight's conversation really slowing down. As far as like the views and things going, I'm trying to see what else they have here.
Can cheating be justified?
No.
Kitty.
When we link cheating and you think about the realm of cheating, that's an act of betrayal. That's utter disrespect, okay? It's immoral. No one can justify that behavior. I don't care if they say, well, I was drunk or I was high or I slipped up or I messed up. You cannot justify, because if you're justifying something, that means that you're saying that this was morally correct. This was a just decision that I made. You're fighting to prove that what you did was correct, that it was fair. It's not. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna move this one just a tad bit. When someone does something to you, whether they overstep your boundaries, they disrespect you, they hurt you, they betray you, whatever it is, they cannot justify that behavior. Don't allow people to over-explain or justify or try to argue their point. When a person makes that decision, especially when it comes to cheating, I don't care what no one says, in the back of their mind, they know that it's wrong. They know that they're betraying someone. They're doing something behind someone's back. If you really think about it that way, can someone explain to you? Can they over-explain, because that's what justifying basically is. Can they explain to you, a person who's hurting, you're broken, you've been betrayed, you've been disrespected. Somebody can stand in front of you and say, well, this is the reason why I did it. Is that really gonna matter? I don't know. Don't let nobody justify their behavior.
Yeah, I think when it comes to the conversation of cheating, that's 100% true, right? When it's wrong, it's wrong. Even in situations like, I remember hearing a story of an attorney talking about how the husband was in a sexless, might have been James Sexton, but I'm not sure. Talking about how the husband was in like a sexless marriage for like 6 years or something like that. And he got like, went to like a massage place, you know. He didn't follow all the way through, but he used to go to this massage places. You know, if you know what happens at the massage places, he was explaining, and she was devastated. And while she still has the right to be devastated, there are situations you look and be like, now that's just the reality of things. Let's see what else we have here.
What kind of questions can we ask on a first date to hear those red flags?
The only people you're going to weed out with those questions is without no game. This is what game know how to pass the first date questions. And so when you're really fixated on whether or not to pass the first date, that's how you fuck up. What it is can you keep your heart at bay long enough to see this man in a different season? Because now the new thing is to pretend you are emotionally intelligent. Just like a job interview. You know how many of y'all got the job simply because you know what to say on the interview, but you a horrible ass worker? It's niggas that know exactly what to say. If I've been toxic all my life, I know I can't show you who I am on a first date. I know how to bring my representative. I know how to put on a mask. So I'm gonna say everything I think you want to hear. And I'm gonna look at your cues. You know why? I got game. I'm gonna look at you nod. I'm gonna look at you smile. If you like that, I'm gonna say more like that. So don't be, listen, it ain't nothing I can do on the first date to prove I ain't got no red flag. And I need you to understand that. Now listen, I'm not saying don't have a healthy, open, transparent conversation. I'm just saying be careful how much stock you put in those questions, because that man can just be talking and period.
I think people
yeah. It was some good advice. I just know this, like, dates are like job interviews, man. Everybody brings their representative, even at their most genuine self, right? No one's coming on there really too vulnerable. You know, there are socially acceptable lines there where people want you to know how to bring your best representative without being deceptive.